Once upon a time, there lived a young, kind, and hard-working woman named Mira who lived in a small village called Greenwood. She had a child, but nobody knew who the father was. The villagers accused her of being a prostitute because they didn't believe her when she said she was attacked and abused by a masked man. Her stepmother mistreated her, so she left the village and went to the city of Brimley to find work. She worked very hard to provide for her child. Mira was treated badly by many men in the city who gossiped and spread rumors about her, but Leo was different. He was kind and caring towards others, and they became very close friends. Even though people talked negatively about them, they didn't let it affect their friendship and continued to support each other. Leo and Mira's friendship eventually turned into a romantic relationship. They fell in love and became each other's source of comfort and strength. Leo was always there for Mira, supporting her through difficult times. One night, Leo told Mira a secret he had kept hidden for a long time. He told her he was from the same village as her, which surprised her greatly because she thought he was a stranger. Mira was moved to tears when she realized that fate had brought them together. Leo asked her to follow him to their village to see his parents. Mira was worried that Leo's parents would not accept her because she had a child out of wedlock. Leo wiped away her tears and promised to love and support her no matter what, so Mira agreed to go with Leo to their village. However, she was still scared about how Leo's family would treat her and her child. She wondered if they would be kind to her or judge her like others in the village. Mira felt nervous and excited as they arrived at Leo's family home in Greenwood. When they entered the compound, Leo's parents greeted them warmly, their faces lit with joy on seeing their son return home after a long time. When they saw Mira, they recognized her and looked surprised and worried at the same time. "Mira," Leo's mother said, and then she lowered her voice and whispered, "Isn't she the girl who?" Before she could finish her sentence, Mira immediately felt ashamed. She lowered her head, feeling judged once again. Leo stepped forward, his voice steady and clear as he addressed his parents. "Yes, mother, father, this is the same girl you remember, but she's so much more than the rumors have said. She's the woman that I love." There was a tense silence as they heard his words. Mira felt very anxious, not knowing how his parents would react to the news. Leo's parents were visibly upset by his words, and his mother, displaying clear anger, shouted, "How dare you bring this woman into our home? You have brought shame upon our family. You know very well what the villagers think of her. How can you be so blind to her faults?" Leo's father was silent, his disapproval obvious. "Son, we understand that you have feelings for her, but this is not the right way to go about it. Think about our family's reputation. It is not worth risking everything for a woman like her." Mira knew Leo's parents would never accept her, but hearing their rejection still pained her. But Leo stood firm in his love for Mira. "Mother, father, I know that you do not understand my feelings for her, but please try to see her for who she is. She has faced so many hardships in life, but she has never given up. She is a strong and kind woman, and I love her for who she is, not for what the villagers say about her." Leo's mother still disapproved of the woman he wanted to bring into their family. She believed that Mira had caused trouble for herself and others and didn't want her to be a part of their family. Leo's parents didn't like Mira, but Leo refused to stop loving her. He told his parents that he would make sure Mira was happy, even if it meant going against their wishes. Leo kept having issues with his family members because his mother didn't like Mira, even though Mira was trying her best to be kind and win her over. The situation was tense, and everyone was uncomfortable. One fateful day, as Mira was tending to her child, Leo's parents summoned them both to the family living room. With a sense of fear and anticipation, Mira followed Leo into the living room, her heart beating very fast. They saw another woman standing before them, dressed traditionally with a serious expression. Leo's father said that they had made a decision about what would happen to Leo and Mira's future. "We have arranged a marriage for you, Leo," his father continued, gesturing towards the woman before them. "This is Serena, the daughter of our dear friend. We believe she would make a suitable match for you, one that will bring prosperity to our family." Mira was shocked when she heard his words. She begged Leo to stand up for her, but he was adamant and unmoving. Leo was shocked. He felt angry, frustrated, and overwhelmed by his emotions. How could they dictate the course of his life? Why would they force him to abandon the woman he loved? These and many other thoughts ran through Leo's mind. He got really angry with his parents and spoke to them in a loud and firm voice. "You want to know the truth?" Leo's voice rang out. "I am the father of Myra's child." The people in the room were shocked and started whispering loudly when they heard Leo's confession. Leo's parents were confused, and they looked very upset and surprised. "Leo, is this true? Have you really deceived us all this time?" His mother spoke with a trembling voice, her hands shaking. Leo nodded, his head bowed in shame. "Yes, mother, I can no longer hide from the truth. I have wronged Myra in many ways that I can never undo, and I am prepared to face the consequences of my actions." As Myra heard Leo's confession for the second time, tears continued to stream down her face. She recoiled from Leo. Leo tried to reach out to her, his voice trembling with remorse. "Myra, please forgive me, please," he pleaded. But Myra could not find it in her heart to forgive him, not after the pain she went through and the mockery she passed through at the hands of the villagers. Without a single word, Myra turned away from Leo and his parents, her heart heavy with sorrow and disappointment. She carried her son in her arms and made her way into their room. Leo's parents begged Myra for forgiveness, their voices filled with regret and sorrow, but Myra ignored their pleas. Her mind was consumed by the pain of Leo's betrayal. In silence, Myra packed her belongings and carried her son, her heart heavy with grief and despair. She felt betrayed. With one last glance at Leo and his family, Myra turned her back and went out without looking back. She left without leaving a clue of her whereabouts. No one in the village heard from her again. She left behind memories of broken hearts and lost love. And though Leo and his family searched far and wide for her, their efforts were in vain. When Leo confessed, everyone in the village heard it and couldn't believe their ears. They felt very sad. Myra's stepmother, who had once doubted her stepdaughter's innocence, now found herself consumed by regret and remorse. She wept bitterly, disturbed by the memory of the pain she inflicted on Myra, the daughter she had failed to protect. The whole village was sad because Leo had deceived them. They didn't believe Myra before, but now they knew she was telling the truth. They felt very upset about how unfair and cruel they had treated her. Leo, who was once a respected individual, lost the trust and respect of the villagers. His reputation was permanently damaged. He was shunned by his neighbors and ostracized by his friends, his name tarnished by his evil deeds. But perhaps the greatest punishment of all was the burden of the guilt that Leo carried within his heart. He was haunted by the knowledge of the pain he had inflicted on Myra, the woman he had claimed to love. And though he sought redemption for his sins, he knew that forgiveness would never come. The moral lesson of this story teaches us valuable lessons: don't judge people based on rumors or hearsay. Myra was judged and mistreated by villagers because of rumors. No one tried to find out the truth. True love requires sacrifice and courage. Leo was willing to go against his family's wishes to be with Myra, and Myra was willing to face her fear to go with him to the village to meet his family. But most importantly, relationships built on lies and secrets will surely collapse one day, because nothing is hidden under the sun. Do not comfort people who you claim to love with lies, for when the truth is revealed, all the trust will be lost.